So now we're gonna start diving much more into the subject, which is deep dive music, right? So now that we've viewed, we worked on those foundation this morning and stuff. We're gonna start integrating them to a point where we almost don't need to think about them anymore. Okay, that's the goal. So now, when I listen to music, right, I would like to see how deep can we go and not stay on the surface level. What I mean by the surface level is that there are certain things that are logical in the music, and all of us can hear them, and it's kind of easy to take them, right? But instead, we're going to identify these ones, and then we're going to start diving much deeper, okay? So that's what we're going to start working on, okay? But based on the foundation that we created, we worked on this morning, all right? So, okay, you guys are going to follow me, but we're just going to be very subtle with it, okay? It's not going to be like, oh, follow this choreography or follow this combo. It's more like we are playing with the music, okay? Yeah, so it's going to be very subtle. Like I said, for example, I can start just like that, okay? And just we keep this rhythm, okay? And then we're going to add more to it, okay?
Sin City wasn't made here. Angels like you. Sin City wasn't made here. Angels like you.
Keep doing this.
Well, you know it. 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 I just wanna hear you.
Keep going. Keep going.
I'm touching your body. Well, I prepared for you. Nothing will spare you. Pussy so wet. I feel the drip coming down. Must be in Houston. You close your eyes. You feel the rise. I go inside. I'm shooting.
Alright, let's go again, okay? So, I divided the room in two parts, okay? So, we started all like this, yes? And then I started doing this, okay? It was only you, okay? So, when I do this, and I do a new move, okay? It's for this part. If I do this and I do a new move, it's for this part, okay? Yeah. So, we're just gonna start. I will explain to you now.
Sin City wasn't made here. Sin City wasn't made here. Angels like you. Sin City wasn't made here. Angels like you. Well, you know it. 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 Right now. Take that off. Thoughts in my mind going so crazy. I just wanna hear you. I'm touching your body. What I prepared for you. Nothing will spare you.
Yes. Keep going, keep going.
Pussy so wet. I feel the drip coming down. Must be in Houston. You close your eyes. You feel the rise. I go inside. I'm shooting. Sin City wasn't made here. Angels like you. Sin City wasn't made here. Angels like you. Well, you know it. 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 it? Would you know it? Would you know it? Would you know it? Would you know it? No more cause no one's coming over. Ride it like you stole it. Tonight you're the owner. Other girls, they make hate, cause they texting too late. But I'm yours now. Bet just tie these restraints. Tell me whose it is and ain't. Hit the floor now. Sin City wasn't made for you. Angel like you. Sin City wasn't made for you. Angels like you. Would you know it? 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 Would you know it?
Great. Cool. Okay. So why am I doing this? This was just a way for me to show you that the music is here, but then there are so many ways that we can play with it or utilize it. And the funny part is that even though I was seeing two people utilizing different rhythm, yeah, but each one of you were in the beat or on the beat. You see what I mean? But no one was like off beat. You understand? So the first thing that we quickly understand is that the music is all set, but our movement in that moment is not all set. We have plenty of choice. Yeah? So since we have plenty of choice, now let's see how can we start playing with our choices. Okay? So here's the first thing that we're gonna focusing on now, which is the music vibe. Just like we have our groove, right? The music has a vibe to it, yeah? And each music that we listen to, I highly recommend that we take the time to understand the vibe of this music. You know, it's like when you meet someone, you say, I like the energy of this guy, or I like the energy of this person. You see what I mean? Because you took the time to kind of understand this person on even if it's just like 2 or 3 seconds that you just met this person, you try to understand this person a little bit, even if you don't know him perfectly. It's the same thing with the music. And that's what we're going to start grasping straight at the beginning. When I put the music, yeah, let's see what is the vibe of this song, yeah? And then, after that, we're going to decide how we're going to play with this based on the vibe, right? Okay? So,
Would you know it? Would you know it?
so I'm going to play the music, and then I'm going to tell you what vibe that this gives you, and then you will just express it with words, okay? So this music, this one that we play, what are the words that would you describe for this music?
Internal.
Internal, okay. Cloud. Cloud. Okay. Cloud. Okay. Cool. Anything else?
Like down to earth.
Down to earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like to chill.
Yeah.
R&B.
R&B. Okay. Cool. Cool.
I was thinking about like it gives like some kind of flirting vibe.
Okay.
Like,
Great. Perfect. Here we come. Let's play another song.
They try to make me go to rehab. I said no, no, no. Yes, I'll be back, but when I come back, no, no, no. I ain't got the time, and if my daddy thinks I'm fine, they try to make me go to rehab. I won't go.
All right. What you got in mind?
Happiness.
Happy. Okay. Cool. Cheeky. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Preparing for the party, I don't know.
Okay. So. Okay.
Bit of comedy.
Comedy. Okay. Cool. Yes. Great.
Maybe some kind of swing. I feel like there's some. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, maybe like a swing.
Great. Perfect. Okay. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to play the music again, but this time, the vibe that you hear in your head is the vibe that will be translated here. Okay? But here's the thing. You are not allowed to move too much. Right? Yeah? You're literally not allowed to step. Okay? So you can only stay here. And this vibe, it has to be translated. Okay? Let's go for it. Alright, this exercise is really not that simple. So let me reiterate again. Because at the moment, I can feel that you are moving, but you're not necessarily really in that moment connecting with what you are doing. Now imagine you are on, it's only the music and yourself. Okay? And close to that feeling is when sometimes you hear a music and you are in a place where you can't actually dance. Maybe you are in the shop and you feel like dancing, but you can't really dance. You see what I mean? I want you to go find this feeling, right? So you cannot move that much. I play the music. It's not going to happen like in the first second, but take the time to really just grasp what is happening in that moment. And all of a sudden you will see gradually this feeling is coming and coming and coming and coming. You're just embracing it. Okay? So this is very a deep work with the music. Yeah? So take your time and don't think and don't be like, what I'm doing, is it right? Okay?
Fly you from Toronto, come and live in LA. We could see the sunset, and we sit flossy, turn forward 8 feet. Diamonds like a wedding ring, and your lashes on fit. I'm a top dog, so I gotta get some top sweet, sweet, sweet. She could cane, she could lick.
Next time when you look at me, pull it back when you look at me. Next time when you look at me, I'ma show you how it's going down. Sit with me and you, man, it was going down. When you have a bit of it, it was going down. There's so many you flags, it was going down. You know how it's going down.
So, anyone else, can you give me some feedback of what and of how you felt so far, based on what you've just done?
Like I had an idea, but I didn't know how to express it.
Okay. So, but
So, for example, this song gives me some love feelings.
okay.
So my process was thinking about someone that I love or I'm interested to.
Okay.
But how can I express this feeling, this concept, with my movements?
Okay.
It's not the fact that I'm limited now,
Mhm.
but even if I have freedom, I don't know how to express this.
Okay. Yeah. But you don't need to try to express it. You see what I mean? Because here's the thing. You're not talking about it. You're feeling it. Right. You see what I mean? Once again, you're not talking about it. You're feeling it. So, how you feel in that moment, if you let it go, then it will translate to movement anyhow. You see what I mean? Because the thing is, you don't have, and I will not maybe understand it, you know? Because sometimes people want to translate feelings with movements, and they end up doing some kind of animation, like dancing, love, no, you see what I mean? Like I'm animating, you know, I'm kind of I'm too much in demonstration. You see what I mean? And it's not real because it's not the way you want to. You actually expressing it. You see? So do not try to literally, and I say and I mean the words. Do not try literally to translate the image that you have in mind, because you will create confusion, right? So when I said, okay, I feel when I hear this song, I feel wave, okay? But wave, I don't have to all of a sudden start doing this. You see what I mean? This is not what I'm looking for. If wave come, let wave be translated in your body at that moment, however you feel it. It doesn't have to be literal. You see what I mean? And this will set you free. Literally, you know? Because now you don't apply image to this movement, right? Wave can be very soft, but it can be very hard. It can be wavy, it can be brutal. You see what I mean? So it's so many things. And maybe because I'm thinking about wave, I just feel the rawness of my movement. You see what I mean? So my goal here is not trying to have you read my mind. You see? So we don't care about this. When I say vibe, the music vibe is just I play the music, how this music make me feel right now. You know? We don't need to overcomplicate that. You see what I mean? Yes? So, and there's nothing like philosophic about it. It's just me playing the music and I feel like moving a certain way. Yeah? That's it. Now, I want to embrace that vibe because there is a possibility for me to get even deeper in it. But for this to happen, I really need to take the time with it. You see what I mean? And that's how I start creating a relationship with the music. And the music is not a tool anymore. It's literally my partner. Yeah? So, now, here's the thing. Reason why I'm asking you this is because now we're going to go in circle. And now we are only scratching the surface when it comes to music, musicality, right? So I'm going to play the music. You're going to be freestyling, and this is going to be something maybe a bit strange for some of you. You're going to go in the middle, but you are only going to mark your movement. So it's more like, okay, this is what I would do, but I'm not going all in. I'm just marking and really playing with the music. It's almost like you are in a shop right now. Let's say you are in Zara. You're listening to music. And the music is really cool. Yeah. And you can't. You know, like, I like this music. You see what I mean? That's what I mean. You see what I mean? Okay. This is the one that we are looking for.
Tu donnes un aperçu de ce que tu pourrais faire. Ok.
Okay, so I want to see several of these. So actually, I'm going to start to show the idea that we are going for.
Everything I dreamt about you, you were more than happy. Affection you give to me, take it all away. Still my closest friend. You're more than a lover. You're more than a lover to me.
Now the sky is free for us to fly. We don't believe in love with invitation. Giving you my best is where things begin. Oh, we both benefit from my creation. Giving up on us would be my greatest sin. Oh, more than love.
not started. If we grow apart, just know you got my love regardless. I know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know my friends are tired of hearing about you. But the truth is you do not understand. At least before the affection you give to me. Take it all away, still my closest friend. You're more than a lover. You're more than a lover to me. You're more than a lover. You're more than a lover to
Realize what is happening at the moment. Let me tell you quickly. What is happening at the moment is how we should approach music all the time. You know? Because what is happening now is we care about the music. You see? Because I love this music, I can't really go hard. Yeah? So therefore, it's more like, oh man, I wish I could hit it more, but you know what? I'm just going to calm down and, just play it. But the thing is, the moment we have more freedom to go harder, movements take over.
Yeah.
You see? Movement take over. And if there's one thing that we want to just remind ourselves when it comes to music, is this. Trying to understand this person, yeah? This partner, which is music, you know? It's like you're coming into a relationship with someone and it's just about me, you know? So basically, when you see the music as a tool, that's what happened. Is okay, this is the music, these are the accents, which one I can hit with my movement. You see what I mean? And that's what happened. But now if I approach it and more like, okay, that's the music. Let me try to understand what's going on here. All right, yes. Okay, I hear you now. Okay, I understand the vibe much better. All right, you know, this is a relationship that we are creating right now. You see what I mean? And I could have told you, okay, hey, it's better to create a relationship with the music. But you would have said, okay, it sounds good, Nikhil. But now I prefer creating exercises where I actually put you in the spot. And then you actually see it for yourself that it's something that you can do when you approach the music a different way. You see what I mean? So musicality to me is that. You know, this is real musicality. It's not about coming and show me that you know everything in the music. You see what I mean? This is just another form of musicality, but is the most obvious one. And is the easiest to do, especially when you feel stressed. You know? But this was just me coming and, hey, here's some music, and you know, and the audience is just here watching.